Over 120 years ago, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle wrote a short story called A Study in Scarlet and created one of the most enduring literary characters of all time, the master detective Sherlock Holmes. The story was an immediate and astonishing success. Arguably, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's Sherlock Holmes is the most recognized fictional character of all time. WonderWorks Exhibits Company has taken this popularity and fascination with Sherlock Holmes and created the educational and entertaining traveling exhibit, Sherlock Holmes and the Clock Tower Mystery.
I think everybody was just awed by it. I had more people coming up to me as I walked around the museum or around town about telling me what a terrific, fun time they had. There was much excitement around town, around the area. Did you go see the exhibit? You got to go see the exhibit. We're not going to tell you what it's about, but you have to go there.
What is the Clock Tower Mystery? It's a crime to solve and an interactive exhibit to experience.
It puts people in the story, and it's unlike any of the other exhibits that we have in here traditionally that have people looking at artifacts and reading labels. This, you're actually a character in the story going through trying to solve the crime. And we thought it would be a fun summer exhibit. It's great for families, and we've seen a lot of families come through and had a good time with it.
It was fun, it was laid back, like in one area you were in a certain part of the exhibit and then all of a sudden you're in a completely different area, and it was just amazing. You can walk in from your city and be transformed to a whole different part of the world.
As visitors enter the exhibit, they find themselves transported back in time. The sights, sounds, and smells of early 19th century London greet them at every turn.
My favorite parts was at each station, they had clues, physical clues that you could get your hands on, manipulate. But the best part of each of those stations was the audio. The audio gave you not only the clues that you had to hear from the witnesses in order to solve the crime, but it also gave you a flavor of 19th century London, which you don't get by just looking at pictures. And that was all throughout the exhibit.
The first locale is the Clock Tower, where a murder has taken place. Visitors then travel at their own pace through a series of rooms or sets that include a caretaker's room, a lodging house, carnival sideshow, seance room, seamy limehouse dock, and author Conan Doyle's study. While walking through the scenes, visitors are given clues to the mystery surrounding the murder. These clues, carefully placed as physical evidence among the many period objects in the rooms, are handwritten police reports, overheard soundtracks of interviews, printed summaries of the events, and even telltale odors. Visitors travel independently in search for evidence within the rooms and can backtrack to previously visited rooms. There are even cheat sheets for those inclined. Once visitors feel they have solved the mystery and have the name of the murderer, or have reached the final chapter, they find themselves at the door that leads to a study. In the study, there is an interactive consultation with one of the characters of the story, who is played by a live actor furnished by WonderWorks.
The last room of the mystery. This particular room belongs to Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. So, who was killed in the Clock Tower?
It was essential that you had the actor at the end, because people could go through this and have their idea of who the murderer was, but the actor facilitated their thinking with questions and helped them find out who the murderer was.
You don't really get to go to an exhibit and at the end talk to a live actor, somebody who plays a part in the exhibit and is in character and helps you along with what you may think you know, or you're completely clueless, and he teaches you about the story, the history, and everything.
Visitors are questioned about their conclusions, and the mystery is solved in a dramatic finale. Sherlock Holmes and the Clock Tower Mystery is an example of inquiry-based learning and is an exercise in Sherlock Holmes's well-known methods of astute observation, deductive reasoning, and logic. It uses detective-style investigation as a model for scientific investigation.
I learned that I had some detective skills, things that I didn't think I had. I learned how to go through, put different pieces of a puzzle, so to speak, together, some historical things about the author.
It is an excellent resource for language arts, Victorian literature or history, as well as a demonstration of the scientific methods of observation, data collection, and analysis.
Well, certainly we were trying to find something for the summer that was a little bit more fun, but you can't get away from the historical aspects of Conan Doyle and the books and London in the 1890s, and that came through, so we snuck really history into learning with this exhibit versus people having to read labels and learning straight on. So it made it a more fun learning experience.
While both fun and educational, Clock Tower Mystery encourages students and adults to use their problem-solving skills and provides a strong team-building experience for families and groups.
Wonderworks were just a wonder to work with, let me tell you. They made it happen. They were a great company to work with, and we're already looking into some of the other exhibits they have to get them back here again.
It's not to be missed. If you miss it, you will regret it. It's definitely something to see in your lifetime, because as it does travel, you never know if it's going to come back to your area again.
For more information on bringing the Clock Tower exhibit to your facility, please contact us by phone or email.